Your grip strength right now is predicting whether you'll be alive in 10 years. Seriously, Harvard research shows that how hard you can squeeze your hand is a better predictor of death or cardiovascular disease than your blood pressure. Today, we're breaking down a simple longevity routine that combines 4 surprisingly powerful habits: deep squats, hand grip training, post-dinner walks, and plant-based eating. By the end of this episode, you'll understand exactly how these low-impact practices can add years to your life and why timing matters more than intensity. Let me bring in someone who's been diving deep into this research to help us understand what makes these habits so powerful.
So when we talk about longevity routines, we're really talking about activities that protect your joints, strengthen your muscles, and improve balance without putting stress on your knees, hips, or lower back. The CDC and National Institute on Aging specifically recommend these low-impact approaches because they help older adults stay independent and active for years to come.
Right, and what's fascinating is that these aren't intense workouts. We're talking about gentle movements that anyone can do.
Exactly. Low-impact exercises are essential because they help maintain strength, mobility, and overall health without stressing the joints. They're widely recommended by major health organizations like the CDC, NIH, and Arthritis Foundation for promoting long-term well-being.
Let's start with something that sounds almost too simple to be true: hand grip training. You mentioned that Harvard study in the intro. What's actually happening there?
This is where it gets really interesting. A study in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine looked at more than 4,200 adults ages 20 and older. They used a device called a dynamometer to measure hand strength, adjusting for body mass index.
And what did they find?
People with stronger hand grips had more favorable findings on measures of cardiovascular health than those with weaker grips. We're talking lower blood pressure, lower triglycerides, lower blood sugar, and higher HDL, that's the good cholesterol.
Wait, so squeezing your hand harder is connected to better heart health? How does that even work?
It's not that grip strength directly causes better heart health. Think of it more like a window into your overall muscle strength and physical condition. Earlier studies have linked grip strength with future disability, heart disease, and death.
That's incredible. And you said one study found grip strength was a better predictor than blood pressure?
Yes, according to Harvard Health, one study found that grip strength was a better predictor of death or cardiovascular disease than blood pressure. It's like your hands are telling your future in a way.
That's honestly mind-blowing. So if someone wanted to start grip training, what would that look like?
The research highlights the importance of doing regular exercise to maintain strong muscles as you age. Hand grip training can be as simple as using grip strengtheners or even squeezing a tennis ball regularly.
Now let's talk about something that sounds even simpler: walking after dinner. But there's actual science behind the timing, right?
Oh, absolutely. Here's something that'll surprise you. Your blood sugar can spike by 30% or more after a typical meal, even if you don't have diabetes. But the solution could be as simple as taking a short walk after eating.
30%? Even in healthy people?
Yes, and emerging research shows that walking after meals may dramatically improve metabolic health. The postprandial period, that's the time after eating, is characterized by sharp rises in blood glucose and insulin levels, peaking approximately 30 to 60 minutes after eating.
So there's like a window where your body is dealing with all that food?
Exactly. These glucose surges contribute not only to immediate metabolic stress, but, if chronic, to the progression of insulin resistance and cardiovascular disease. Traditional diabetes care has focused on fasting glucose levels, but emerging data show that postprandial glycemia is an even stronger predictor of adverse outcomes.
So the timing of when you exercise actually matters more than we thought?
Public health guidelines emphasize physical activity broadly, but new findings suggest that the timing of such activity, specifically in the postprandial window, might offer substantial additional benefits. Walking activates large muscle groups that consume glucose for energy production instead of letting it stay in the bloodstream.
And how much of a difference does this make?
According to Dr. Saurav Sethi, a Harvard-trained gastroenterologist, brief post-meal walks can decrease blood sugar levels by 30%. This helps prevent insulin resistance and diabetes development while providing sustained energy and improved concentration throughout your daily activities.
That's the same 30% spike we talked about earlier. So you're basically canceling out that spike?
Exactly. And there's more. Walking after meals enhances your body's ability to respond to insulin, which transfers glucose from blood circulation to cellular tissue. Studies show that regular post-meal walking helps people with diabetes control their insulin levels and sometimes reduces their need for diabetes medications.
Wait, so this could actually reduce medication needs for some people?
In clinical settings, yes. The protection of metabolic health through insulin sensitivity helps prevent chronic diseases while making weight management simpler. Plus, walking after meals triggers stomach and intestinal movement, accelerating food passage through your digestive system.
So it's helping with digestion too?
Yes, walking activates peristalsis, those rhythmic muscle contractions that help food move through the digestive system. This kicks off the digestion process, leading to better food movement and nutrient absorption. People feel lighter and their entire digestive system functions better.
That's fascinating. Now, let's talk about the research on actual walking studies. What does the data show?
There's a great study from the University of Rome that looked at 21 healthy young volunteers. They tested 30 minutes of brisk walking after meals with different carbohydrate content. Postprandial brisk walking substantially reduced the glucose peak in both studies.
And this worked regardless of what they ate?
The study found that a 30-minute postprandial brisk walking session improves the glycemic response after meals with different carbohydrate content and macronutrient composition. The research has implications for postprandial exercise prescription in daily life scenarios.
So we've covered grip training and post-meal walking. Now let's dive into plant-based nutrition. There's some pretty compelling research on this and aging, right?
This is where things get really interesting. There's a massive study published in BMC Medicine that looked at over 12,000 participants over an 8-year period. They identified 3 distinct aging trajectory groups: slow aging, medium degree accelerated aging, and high degree accelerated aging.
So they could actually measure how fast people were aging biologically?
Exactly. Biological age has been advocated as a better biomarker of aging than chronological age. They used a recently developed biological aging measure acquired at 4 time points to track aging trajectories.
And what did they find about plant-based diets?
Participants who had higher plant-based diet scores had lower odds of being in medium degree or high degree accelerated aging trajectories. For the Healthful Plant-Based Diet Index, the odds ratios were 0.73 for medium degree and 0.62 for high degree accelerated aging.
So plant-based diets literally slow down biological aging?
That's what the data suggests. But here's the crucial part. Participants in the highest quintile of unhealthful plant-based diets were more likely to be in accelerated aging trajectories. So it's not just about eating plants, it's about eating the right plants.
What's the difference between healthful and unhealthful plant-based diets?
The research indicates that mounting evidence shows although some plant-based diets are healthful, others are not. Changes in the gut microbiome and microbiome-dependent metabolites may explain differential health effects of different plant-based approaches.
And what were the mortality outcomes in this study?
With a mean follow-up time of 8.4 years and 803 participants who died, they found that participants in medium-degree accelerated aging had 1.5, 6 times higher risk of death, while high-degree accelerated aging had 3.7, 2 times higher risk compared to the slow aging trajectory.
So the biological aging trajectory was actually predicting who would live longer?
Exactly. And there's ongoing research like the Zhu Qi aging study that represents a significant advancement in understanding how dietary choices impact the aging process, focusing specifically on plant-based and vegetarian diets and their relationship to healthy aging outcomes.
Now let's talk about deep stationary squats. How do these fit into the low-impact approach?
Deep squats are perfect for low-impact routines because they strengthen your muscles and improve balance without putting stress on knees, hips, or the lower back. These joint-friendly movements help older adults stay independent, move comfortably, and reduce fall risk.
And the CDC actually recommends these types of exercises?
Yes, the CDC guidelines for adults 65 and older include muscle-strengthening activities on 2 or more days a week that work all major muscle groups: legs, hips, back, abdomen, chest, shoulders, and arms, plus balance activities like standing from a sitting position.
So how would someone combine all these elements into a daily routine?
The beauty is in the simplicity. You could do deep squats and grip training as part of your muscle strengthening routine twice a week, eat plant-based meals throughout the day, and take a 10-minute walk after your early dinner. It's about consistency, not intensity.
And the research shows that some physical activity is better than none at all?
Absolutely. The CDC emphasizes that if you have trouble meeting full recommendations, be as physically active as your abilities and conditions allow. Remember that some physical activity is better than none at all, and health benefits increase with more activity.
What about safety considerations for people just starting out?
Start slowly and increase intensity gradually. Use a stable chair, counter, or rail for support when needed. Wear proper footwear to reduce slip risk. And if you have heart conditions, uncontrolled blood pressure, recent surgery, or mobility limitations, speak with your healthcare provider first.
So when you step back from all this research, what's the bigger picture here?
What's remarkable is that these simple, low-impact habits address multiple aspects of aging simultaneously. Your grip strength predicts cardiovascular health. Post-meal walks control blood sugar and improve digestion. Plant-based nutrition slows biological aging, and gentle squats maintain functional strength.
And none of these require a gym membership or expensive equipment.
Exactly. Physical activity can prevent or delay many health problems that seem to come with age. It helps your muscles grow stronger so you can keep doing day-to-day activities without becoming dependent on others. These habits help seniors stay independent, confident, and active for years to come.
The timing aspect really stands out to me. It's not just what you do, but when you do it that matters.
That's such an important insight. The postprandial window after meals is this critical time when your body is processing food. And that's exactly when a simple walk can have the biggest metabolic impact. It's about working with your body's natural rhythms.
And the plant-based research shows it's not just about living longer, but aging better at the cellular level.
Right, biological age versus chronological age. You could be 60 years old chronologically, but have the biological markers of someone much younger if you're following these patterns consistently over time.
Here's what this really comes down to. Longevity isn't about extreme measures or complicated protocols. It's about simple, sustainable habits that you can do every single day. Squeeze your hands regularly, walk for 10 minutes after dinner, eat more plants, and do some gentle squats. The research shows these basic movements and choices can literally add years to your life and life to your years. Start with just one of these habits this week. Maybe it's that post-dinner walk. Remember, it can cut your blood sugar spike by 30%. Or grab a tennis ball and start squeezing it while you watch TV. Your future self will thank you for these small choices that compound into big health gains. Thanks for joining us on Copilot Podcasts.